Hey folks, it's Lindsay Hoster with SPS back in the building over at the world-renowned TV Lounge in the city of Detroit, getting ready for Cavs versus King. But I'm sitting here with the man himself, Vice President of the newly formed King Football Booster Club, my guy, Mr. Curtis Blackwell. How you doing?
What's up, my guy? How you doing, baby? I'm good, man. Blessed to be here.
Coach Blackwell, if you really know what's going on, that's it. You guys continue to create history. Not only are you having state championships and things like that, you have started the first booster club for King High School. First of all, why is that important, and what's your expectations of that?
Number one, it's important to give back to where you come from the city of Detroit, but more importantly, I'm a Crusader. His squad, 3200 East Lafayette is where I was birthed at, and because of that, Coach Spencer said that he needed my support, and I could not say no. I'm a former high school football student athlete at King. I coach high school football at King, and I'm always concerned about what's going on at King.
I get that. Talk about the need for a booster club, because there is an athletic budget that we know about that goes there, but for people who don't understand the importance of why you guys have created this nonprofit to be able to provide these funding, why is it important to have this separate booster club for King football?
Everybody always talks about problems, but it's important to be a part of the solution. And so me, being a leader here in the city of Detroit, I can also follow. So when the head coach and my big brother, Phil Sherman, who's the president, one of the founders, asked me to step up and follow, that's what I needed to do. But more importantly, all around the outskirts of the city of Detroit, these bigger schools have booster clubs. Major universities have booster clubs. Why isn't that we can't do the same thing here for ourselves? And so it's for us, by us, meaning I understand and I know what the football program needs because I'm a former student athlete at King, a former coach at King. And so now, even though I can't coach, I can still find a way to be involved and be active. And if I can do it, that can encourage others to step up, because if you're not doing it and if you're on the sideline watching, you can't really expect somebody else to jump in and help out.
That's right. You know, you've had extensive experience. You've experienced football on the highest levels. You continue to do a good job with that. Talk about what the experience you've had and the way you've seen football up close on so many levels, why you think it's necessary to have a booster club, you know, based on someone who probably hasn't been beyond this immediate experience.
Yeah, Detroit Public School District has exhausted many of its resources. And what I've noticed from watching college football, pro football, and even football in the suburbs, they have a plethora of resources. But with so many needs as a school district, it's hard to just prioritize football. I mean, volleyball needs more support than football. Golf needs a lot of support. And when you have bigger crowds at football, a lot of times football has to be the breadwinner for the entire program and sometimes the entire school. And so a booster club is essential because it can fill in the gap and it can provide that extra support to get the things that may not be able to be allocated via the budget. And so with that being the case, you know, I feel like our school has to replicate what's taking place on the higher levels, meaning what Michigan and Michigan State, what Macomb, Dakota, and Chippewa Valley, Warren D. LaSalle has. Detroit Martin Luther King has to have that same type of infrastructure if we want our student athletes to really succeed.
Oh man, I love it. And you talk about all these other great programs, collegiate as well as high school. Talk about what you expect to see tonight, you know, with the watch party here, Cavs versus King. What do you think?
Woo, it's going to be a smoker right now, man. I mean, you got two of the best programs holding it down for the city, for the Public School League, and it's great to, you know, to see Public School League graduates, Coach Rushing and Coach Spence, leading two phenomenal programs, two historic programs, and they're keeping Detroit on the map. And King and Cavs are essential to our city because they carry that flag. With Coach Wiltrick gone, you know, I'm glad to see Coach Rushing still around, that you can have another PSL native leading the program. But most importantly, my Kings Crusaders, you know, defending state champions, and Dante Moore and Sterling Anderson. We have a lot of high-profile players, and I'm looking for this to be a shootout, a high-scoring affair, and it's sold out. And so I think you better get your popcorn and put your seatbelts on because you're going to be on the edge of it all night.
Man, I love it. I love it. Doing great things, man. I always enjoy what you've been doing, how you help people. Any last words before we let you get out of here?
No, I'd just like to thank you for this platform, man. You continue to expand and grow with it. And I think with that, it's being a blessing because I didn't even realize that this is something that we can use to help tell our story and to really give a concise recap of what we're trying to get out here to the community. So people who are listening and watching, you know, Lindsay is continuing to evolve, and I think that this is something that we want to continue to tap in. So I want this to be the first of many, you know, opportunities that we engage, because I didn't even think about it until you hit me up and said, hey, I want to come out there and do something. I was like, man, that's perfect, because it's a way to kind of wrap it all up in a nutshell. So thank you for what you're doing, and let's keep this thing going. Appreciate your work.
Man, appreciate you too. With that being said, Lindsey Huddleston over here with the newly formed King High School Football Booster Club. You can support it in many kind of ways. You want to be a part of it. With that being said, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hit squad. Support the Crusader Football Booster Club. Detroit Public School student athletes need your support. Let's step up today.